record on this computer. Hello, everybody. Happy month end. Happy Sunday fun day to you all. Thank you so much for all of you that have joined us tonight. And I am so excited to be able to hear from a couple of amazing boss babes that are going to share their fire with you guys. And I just can't wait to hear their stories. But first off, I'm Kendra Schwartz, 200K here with all of you. And we are wrapping up this month seriously with a bang. There's so much excitement breeding right now, and it really just stems from the duplication and the simplicity of our business. And as we say over and over, you know, we focus on our VIP 800, 1600, 4K, and those steps all the way through, and we've had so many amazing promotions this month. There's just been an absolute explosion of excitement and growth. And, you know, the secret sauce lies in the consistency and simply sharing your story with others, right? But first off, I just want to say thank you and welcome to all of the brand new promoters that are joining us for the first time tonight. I see some brand new names on the side of the screen, so I just want to say welcome. If you're new to joining us, we have our Zooms every Sunday night at 9 p.m. and you'll hear from different leaders, different ranks in the company, different tips that can help you grow your business, and we all just come together as a family with you all. And of course, today is March 31st. It is the last day of the month, and this is such an exciting time because so many people are, you know, stretching for their personal goals, following up with any last customers or promoters that are wanting to join, and just finishing as big as we can because we know that we're going to start April off exactly the way that we finished March. And so keep up that pace, keep up that fire. I'm working right alongside you guys. My goal is 2 more customers tonight before my head lays on the pillow, and I know that I'm not going to go to sleep until that happens. So anyways, without any further ado, Derica, are you on? I know, or Damika, I see you. There you are. Good girl, girlfriend. I'm going to unmute you, okay? I'm going to unmute you. There we go. All right. So Miss Damika, oh my goodness, she had joined us not very long ago. And I know Stacy and Courtney have literally locked arms with you, welcomed you in. And so you guys, just a little background. Damika joined us when we had those triple fast start bonuses. You guys remember that? All that excitement. We were able to offer some cash back on those promoter packs. Well, Miss Damika was one of those that came on board. So Damika, I want you to share who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us when you got started, and we'll kind of just go through a little Q&A with you, okay?
Well, hello, Damika. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, good. Basically, I have... All right, good. A little bit about myself. I am a mom of 2 crazy, needy children who I wasn't sure were going to be asleep before I got out here to start this. So crossed my fingers and prayed, and they're asleep, so that's good. But I have been with you guys for a little less than a month, about 3 weeks, and it has been amazing. I think my favorite part is just all the support that I get from everybody. So my husband, not so much. He's kind of annoyed with how much I'm on my phone, but I have to do what I have to do. He's gone to work now, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't know. I think what I really want to say is that I really couldn't do this without the 4 individuals that have signed up as promoters under me. They're really kicking butt and keeping me motivated. So I appreciate them a whole lot.
Oh, that's so exciting. Now tell us, you know, I think so many people when they're getting started, they're like, I don't know who to talk to. How did you find 4 promoters? You've only been in 3 weeks. Like, can you take us on that journey of what that looked like? And was there 3-way messages involved, or was it just you doing the work? Like, kind of walk us through that process, will you?
Yeah. So basically, I live in Indiana, and I don't have any family but my parents and my brother and sister. So everything I do is solely through social media, Facebook. I had spoke with Stacy and Courtney about the best people to reach out to. They gave me a nice list. I think Stacy shared a have you touched base with these people list and kind of jogged my memory. But I basically started reaching out, telling people about what this product has done for me as far as being a mom and working 8 to 9 hours a day, every day. And I would start it off with that, tell them, how great I feel. And I'm, working toward all these bonuses, the commission. And for the most part, the customer portion of it was a little more difficult for me, believe it or not. Finding promoters was so much easier. And I actually have to thank Stacy for that, because we did a lot of three-way chats and she gave me a lot of pointers, and she had a lot of really good things to say. So like I said, all through social media, and it's actually kind of difficult, believe it or not, especially when I wasn't very social, I guess, on social media. I kind of just had to revamp that and really reach out to people and be more interested in all that stuff. But I do have a newfound confidence in the person-to-person stuff. I mean, just at dinner the other night, I was starting conversations with a waitress, which I would never do. So hopefully I can take off the business through that aspect too.
Oh my gosh, you absolutely will. And I think it's just like you grow your confidence because you're sharing your story over and over again. And then when you have other people that are like, yeah, and all of a sudden they start bobbing their head with you, you're like, everybody really does need this because you've shared it with more than one or two people. I think really with you is you didn't just stop at a couple of people. You kept asking and you kept sharing your story with so many different people that you finally found those 4 yeses, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
It took a lot of.
Go ahead. What did you say?
Oh, sorry. It took a lot of trial and error. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Stacy, do you have anything that you want to add on to this? I know you guys worked really closely together as well as Courtney.
Yeah, I mean, it was super inspiring to see Damika push past the no's. Like, okay, someone said no, who's next? And just having that belief in herself, like, I can do this, and I'm just going to keep, following up with people and reaching out to new people. I've never seen anyone with so much bold action, just like, I don't care, I'm going for it, I'm going to get it. So it was really inspiring for me too, because I'm like, man, I need to step up my game. But I think, and I've been saying this, since we came home from conference last year, those 3-ways, they're everything. And I was not a person that wanted to do 3-ways. I'm like, I already know what I'm talking about. And, and learning more about this industry and doing, a lot of business training, not just personal development training, with Bob Heilig, and learning, like, it doesn't matter if you know everything. You got to take yourself out of the equation as the expert. I mean, even as a 200K, I know that you do 3-ways with, Lisa or whoever is available. And I think it's so important because when you're trying to convert those customers to promoters, they're going to go back to those original conversations and think like, can I say what she said? Can I do what she did? And if, you start from the very beginning, bringing someone else in as that third party that answers all the questions, or you're sending them videos or the fan page or whatever, it just creates that duplication. And we're seeing that happen within Damika's team, because from the very jump, she was coachable and just like, okay, tell me what I have to do and I'll do it. And I'm going to keep doing it. And so it's just been like so amazing to be on this journey with her and just see her like, let's do this. It's been really cool.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting, you guys, because we keep preaching this over and over, and I know so many of you are listening and you get it, even like with Christine, and we'll bring Karen on here in just a little bit, but you guys, this duplication and digging into our new promoters and their VIP period and running with them arm in arm every second of the day for those first 14 days is what is going to help your new promoter get a jump start, because they don't know anything. They don't know what they don't know. And, you guys are going to see so many more promotions grow every single month, and it's just going to keep growing and growing because, that is where that secret sauce is. That is where, that magic happens. And just like with Damika, you're not settling for no. Like, you have to have that grit to say, you know what, people are going to say no. We say no all the time to other people, you know, especially if you want some Girl Scout cookies. No, thanks. Guess what? Did those little girls stop asking? No, they're asking every stinking person that is going in and out of Walmart. Every single person. Do you want Girl Scout cookies? Do you want Girl Scout cookies? Every single time. And guess what? They hit their quota. And it's because they have that drive and determination. And so I just want to say congratulations to you, Damika. This is so huge for you to be in 3 weeks. You've unlocked 4K, which you now have a $2,000 bonus. Can you tell us, you know, what made you A, say yes to this opportunity, and B, what is that, you know, extra chunk of change going to do for you and your family? Because that's a really, really big deal.
Yeah, of course. Basically, Courtney caught me at a great time in my life, because I was going through making some changes anyway, which, you know, if I'm making changes, there's going to be more men out there ready to make changes too. But I was at that point in my life where I was ready to kind of make the change, be a better mom, be a better wife, all that good stuff. And so I took the leap on that, and I was skeptical at first. So being that day one thriver was amazing for me. I just want that to be everybody. I want everybody to be a day one thriver. But so that kind of helped me a lot to promote and get more people on board. And as for the 4K, the $2,000 bonus, I have finally talked my husband into getting our kids' savings accounts up and running again, because I have a goal to get them at 10,000 before their 18th birthday, and time goes fast. So that's probably my major goal with this. We do have some debt to pay off, so I know that's going to help. And it kind of alleviates my husband's stress with finances, because I've never seen a person stress so much about finances. So I'm just going to keep pushing and pushing. And I'm working towards that 12K. That is my goal. Next month, I'm going to do it.
Absolutely. And I have no doubt that you won't do it. I know that you will, and you have what it takes and that grit and determination to do that. And you guys, you know, just hearing you say, you know, I want college funds for my kids. I want to eliminate, you know, the stress that my husband has over debt. We have the vehicle to help you do that. You know, we have the exact answer to so many prayers for so many people that maybe you're afraid to talk to. You just have to introduce this opportunity to them, because this can be that extra that gives you that breathing room at the end of the month, instead of being, you know, left with more months at the end of your money, right? And so especially with your husband, you say he wasn't on board. My husband wasn't on board with this industry either when I got started at all, you know, and bless his heart, he just, you know, wasn't on board with it. I was a corporate career girl myself. I was very successful with what I did because I was passionate about it. But when I went full-time with this type of industry, he was just like, no way. But once those commas started coming in, those paychecks, he was all on board. So you just wait. He will be like, keep doing it, baby. Well, congratulations again to you. We're so excited. We can't wait to have you out again next month when you promote again. And congratulations to Misty, which is on your team. She just hit VIP 800. That was like, what, last night? This morning?
Yeah, this afternoon. Yeah, right around lunchtime, I think.
Okay, perfect. I'm like, I know it was really, really soon. So, oh, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for hopping on. I know you put your kids to bed early. Go ahead, Stace.
Hey, Kendra.
Okay.
Hey, Kendra. If it's okay, I want to ask Damika one more question, because I don't know this and I've been thinking about it today. And, you know, I feel like there's so many times that we hear somebody say no to us, or they don't answer our message, and we kind of get scared to continue to follow up with people. And I realized yesterday when you were sharing your story, when we went live on my page, that you had said you met Courtney through a stay-at-home mom group when your daughter was a newborn. But I know your daughter is now 10 months old. So how many times did Courtney follow up with you? And were you like, oh my gosh, this girl's annoying, like, why is she messaging me again? Or like, what were you thinking in that process of like Courtney continuing to follow up with you, Damika?
Well, to be honest, I was home for 12 weeks. I got lucky to be home for 12 weeks with my daughter. So I can't say for sure how many times she reached out to me. It wasn't an obnoxious amount of times. It wasn't an annoying amount of times, but she didn't press the issue. She didn't push the product on me. She just was relatable and just held conversation. So even though I initially said, I don't know, I'm not quite sure, she would check in every day, every other day, just, hey girl, how you doing? I'm going this and doing that, and how you feeling? And kind of built that relationship. So I've kind of taken that, and I'm trying to run with that approach too. So it probably took a couple weeks. I was still on that mom group site for a while after I went back to work, because I like to have the interaction, because you don't get a lot of adult interaction with 2 kids at home. But basically she reached out a couple times, and after she realized that I wasn't quite sure, she just built that relationship, and it kind of helped me trust her enough to take that initial first step. So
I love that. Awesome. Courtney, we're going to put you on the spot really quick, because I know you like that. Courtney, I want you to share. So we're actually going to move a little bit backwards here, and we're actually going to bring you on probably next week and have you go into a little bit further depth. But I know I can already see the wheels reeling with so many people. They're like, what are you talking about, mom group? So without having to get bombarded with so many questions, let's just have you explain one of the tools that you have really taken advantage of and utilized, and we'll expand upon this next week, but I just want you to share what that means.
Well, actually, the group that I met Damika in is not the same as the one I've been using to mostly build my customer base. The one I met Damika in was a stay-at-home mom group, and we just kind of added each other on there. It was some sort of post that said, post your picture, and whoever likes your picture, add them as a friend. So we both bulk added and became friends. So I'm actually really, really glad that I met her, because we both have a son who doesn't sleep, who I don't want to say they're difficult, but
oh, they're difficult.
I don't know what to call them. Anyways, but that's not actually the group that has been the bulk of my customer. I don't know. I think most people might have a Moms in the Know group, like just your local town Mom in the Know group. And usually on Mondays you can post, what's it called? Like for your business or whatever. So I post every Monday on there, and just try to come up with something creative. Sometimes it's just a picture of stickers, and just say something like, drop a GIF below if you could use some weight loss, or if you want to stop snacking. That's what I've been doing in the past couple weeks with the Ultra. And I'll get a lot of interaction, but it is a little bit hard to get to their inbox on Facebook, because Facebook will kind of hide the messages. So you have to kind of follow up a few times. And I would say out of 13 responses, I'll maybe get half of those to respond to me, and then maybe half of that to actually convert to customers or sample packs. So, but I mean, it's something.
That's amazing.
It's really been great, actually. I've met a lot of really cool people through it locally. So, that saves on mail. So.
Well, absolutely. And I think there's an element to, you meeting people that are local to you, right? Like you can get together and go and have a play date with the kids if you wanted to. And you guys, I think, you hear us talk all the time about utilizing Facebook groups. And this is just one of those many Facebook groups that you can utilize, but ask yourself that question. Am I utilizing the groups that I'm in? If you go to Facebook and you go to groups, you're going to see all the ones that you've been spam added to. If they're not of any interest to you, or the last time they posted was 2016, delete those groups. Go ahead and remove those out of your circulation, because it's actually going to hurt your algorithm if you're in all these groups that are not no longer active. And I try to do, usually on Fridays, I try to do like a little cleanup and stuff, but think about all the ones that you are in. And what I do at the beginning of my calendar every week is I write down 5 groups I'm going to interact in. And so it could be like a boxer group that, you know, like the 5 things that relate to you, right? Like you're a mom, I'm a boxer mom, I love beers, I'm in my craft beer group, you know, there's just different things that you can do. So ask yourself, am I taking advantage of those groups? Am I interacting? Am I being myself? And is there an opportunity that I can share my business naturally, just like what Courtney's doing? Because that was huge, because, you know, Stacy's like, you've got to see what Courtney's doing with these groups. This is huge. And like I said, next week we'll go into a little bit more depth with those, just because I think that that's a huge topic that we should, you know, really be looking at. But I just wanted to clear that up. But I love that. That was something that you guys just happened to add each other as friends and cultivated that relationship over the last 10 months, and boom, you have a new promoter on your team, and that's what happens. We have to remember, it doesn't happen on our time. It happens when it's supposed to happen. Okay, so just because we're at March 31st and maybe you need an extra $400 to hit your goal, that's our time. That's not necessarily somebody else's time. So let's not get that twisted, and let's make sure that we're putting enough feelers out there in order to hit our goals as well. Do you guys have anything else that you want to add before I bring Karen on? No? You good? Awesome. Thank you so much, Tamika. You are amazing. I'm so excited. And can I just get a little congrats to Miss Courtney? Courtney hit her 12K auto bonus for the first time this month. So I know Stacy was like, woo, like Kim K crying. So many happy tears. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Courtney.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know we are all so proud of you.
I'm really excited. I am very excited.
Yes, absolutely. That extra $300 is going to be great. That's huge.
A
That's
big deal. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Not towards the minivan yet. I'm going to give it a couple more months before I go to the car lot, but
that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. Use it towards that minivan.
Yeah.
Awesome. Miss Karen, are you ready to chit chat with us? I'm so excited. All right. I got you unmuted, sister.
Yes,
What's that?
my 6-month-old may get fussy. My 6-month-old may get fussy, but we're good.
She's good. You just have to pick her up and show her to us all. It's all good.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
Miss Karen Crabtree, 4K. She was sweating bullets all the way through the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. She kept messaging me, am I going to make it? And I'm like, you, goodness gracious, girl, you've got a quarter of the month left. You are going to pass this with flying colors. You're going to knock this out of the park. And you absolutely did. And, you know, I just want to, you know, share with everybody, you know, your fire and your passion has lit so many people on fire, like absolutely hands down, your excitement and stuff. So share with us who you are, how long you've been in the business, and we'll just kind of chit chat. Cool.
all right, sounds great. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, because I know we have both, but I'm Karen, 25. I am a mama of 2 under 4. Goodness gracious. Thrive was introduced to me when my youngest was like 3 months old. I was trying vitamins. They weren't doing anything for me, and I tried Thrive, and it just worked wonders. I hit promoter button January 26th, and since then I've just kind of taken off. I've been sleeping better. I've been eating better. I've lost like 5 inches off my waist, 10 pounds, and that's just with the simple 3 steps. Let's think. I have more patience for my kid. I have great energy, moods. Yeah, I just love Thrive all around.
Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. So not only are you having your results, but you're probably screaming from the rooftop sharing these results, right?
Yes, it's so exciting, like seeing all my customers' results, and then like my customers that are now promoters still updating me like, oh my gosh, like just, it's crazy.
I love it.
It's very contagious.
It is contagious. It is when you get to help people, right? So let's back up to the beginning
Yep.
and share with us what made you say yes to the opportunity and what, really sets your soul on fire to continue to put one foot in front of the other.
Well, what really got me to try Thrive at first was it was my best friend. She's a promoter, and she's like, "Will you try this? Will you please try this? I know it's going to work for you." I was an exhausted mom of 2. I wasn't sleeping, so I was like, "All right, I'll try another thing. What's there to lose?" And what really set like my fire was the fact that I was seeing results. It was something that I could actually feel. Other people were noticing a different me, and that was just something that was easy to sell. Like knowing that you're going to feel results and you're going to see them. People were more susceptible to saying yes. They're like, all right, I'll give it a try. If they're seeing it, that how positive it has effects on me, they're just like, okay, well, I can't wait to see what it does for myself. So
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I love that. I love that. So what is your big goal? I know you have some big goals next month, and you've gotten no's along the way. You've faced some adversity. So what are your goals, and how are you continuing to, find new customers, find new promoters? You're only 2 months in. What continues with that passion?
So we play bingo a lot on my team. We love to play bingo. I want to hit 12K by next month. That's just something I want to do. I want to hit 12K and maintain it. Go car shopping. Your girl needs a bigger car. And just being a product of the product, I want to try every single product. I'm literally eating Thrive Bites and drinking my Blast while we're doing this. So just being able to tell my customers and being raw and honest and real, like, hey, that I don't really like the taste of that. Try this one. There's another flavor. Or, just being able to kind of answer all the questions, be able to relate to everybody, and not just trying to come across like salesy all the time. I guess my biggest goal is 12K for sure. And then just growing business and going to conference next year.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah,
for sure.
Going to conference next year. That's huge, you guys. I'm so excited. You grow so much when you're around that many like-minded people, and you get to hear those stories in person on stage. It is pretty magical, and I know you'll definitely be at conference next year. I can't wait. So tell us, what are you going to do with that $2,000 bonus for you and your family? Don't tell me you're going to spend it on the kids, maybe a little, but what are you going to do with that?
I think that we're actually going to save a little bit and then maybe so I'm in Indiana, so we're going to do a day trip to Shedd Aquarium in Chicago. Just kind of let everyone enjoy it. It's one of our favorite places to go.
Me too. I love that. And you know what? You get to have a stress-free memory from this, right?
Yep.
It is huge. Oh my goodness. I love that. Anything else you want to add?
I guess the only thing that I would say for people that I didn't know I was such an inspiration to people, but one thing that is really important to me is consistency is key. If you guys are worried about like being overwhelming and annoying on your timeline, post your 3 simple steps in your story. That has really helped me. Do polls in your story. Lots of interactive posts so people can see you. I would just be consistent, be relatable, and be honest, and share your story consistently about what these products are doing for you, because if it's new to them, right now, what's important to them is your personal results, not sharing like everybody else is on like the Lavelle page, because they can relate to you personally. They know you personally. So yeah, I would just say be relatable and consistent.
I love that. Thank you so much. We so appreciate you, and we can't wait to continue to watch you grow and blossom, and we know you will be 12K in absolutely no time. So congratulations again to you and your family, Karen. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to
Thank you
see
for having me.
you on tonight. And I know Stacy and I were chatting and stuff, and it's just so crazy, you guys, when you're diving into your VIP reports, and any of you that has any promoters in your downline, if you were to go to reports and you go to VIP 800, 1600, you're going to see in your first 4 levels who those new promoters are right now. And if I were you guys, I'd be checking that every single day. And if you don't have any in there, you will manifest that. Say, I can't wait to see names show up tomorrow. And when they do, you want to make sure that you're reaching out. You want to make sure that you're saying hello and welcoming those new promoters, because they don't know anything, and to get a warm welcome from 1 or 2 people would be absolutely amazing. So make sure you guys are taking the time to do that. And I know Stacy and I and Jerica and Nicole and so many of us have talked about that so many times, where we just like, we need to be the voice, and we need to make sure that we're duplicating within our downlines. And of course, we have our VIP Vault system that has the 14-day bot training program that's available for anybody, but really especially those that are new, as well as the third-party validation. And what that means is popping in your sponsor or someone in your upline into a 3-way message to make sure you're welcoming that new promoter right away and not waiting, because their clock starts ticking the moment that an order is placed in their account, not when they purchase their promoter upgrade pack, but anytime an order is placed in their account. And we want to make sure that they know that their options. If they decide not to take advantage of their options, that's okay. Stacy and I were joking. We're like, it's 1 in 4. 1 in 4 want to take advantage of their options. And guess what? I'll take that 1 in 4. Right? Because it was 1 and none, because we weren't reaching out and asking in the first place. So Stacy, I would love to turn it over to you to see if you have any month end or kickoff April closing thoughts for us, girl.
Yeah, I do. So I want to share a story with you guys. I signed my best friend today as a customer after talking to her for 2 years. And I had to dig deep into something that happened last year at conference. And I just said, girl, do you trust me? Of course I trust you. I'm like, you need to just give this a try. You're going to thank me for it. I promise. And I remember that from conference last year. And it was such like a lesson too, to just, see again what people say. Sometimes your friends and family are not going to come on board right away, and that's okay. You just keep moving forward, and just kind of learning that, going through this process with Damika too, just continuing to follow up with people, but reaching out to new people too, and those other people will come later. But something that I did this month that I want to talk about a little bit, and I've never read this book, but I hear people reference it all the time. It's called The Slight Edge. And it's those little things that are really, really easy not to do, but it's super easy to do too. And I really focused on that in the month of March. It's really easy for me to lay in bed and not do a power hour, but it's pretty easy to get up and pop my headphones in and do it too. It's pretty easy for me to not follow up with a customer that's on a mini experience, but it's pretty easy not to also, you know what I mean? Sorry, I should have known this was going to happen.
Hi, Murphy.
I will in just a second, okay? I will in just a second. I'm so sorry. Hold on just 1 second.
Hi, Murphy. It's all good. And she's absolutely right, because you guys, there's so many times that we could choose not to do the hard, but that's what sets us apart. That's, you need to look at yourself and look at your goals and say, are my goals worth it? And so I know tonight it's already late. It's 9:34. Before you guys lay your head down tonight, I want to make sure that you guys are comfortable closing out the month the way that you wanted to. Big or small, it doesn't matter, but go that extra mile. But of course, we want you to be forward thinking about April as well. April is a fresh start. It is a brand new month. It is a month of blooming, right? We're here in the Mitten State, and so April showers bring May flowers, but we always get April flowers as well. And so I just always feel like there's so much growth and so much opportunity and so much freshness that happens in April. So I want you guys to write down some goals and also some things that you're going to be willing to do that maybe you didn't do in March, or maybe you started to do that you want to continue on doing, that have been really good habits for yourself. And, maybe they're getting up for power hours. You guys, we have 2 opportunities tomorrow. There's one at 6 a.m. and there's one at 9 a.m. that you guys can hop on and get on those power hours and stuff. And like Stacy said, is that easy? No. But is it worth it? Yes, because it's a great way to start off the day. So go ahead, Stace. I'll unmute you. Go ahead. I got you.
Sorry, if he comes back, I'll just stand up. But yeah, it's really easy to not get on a power hour, but it's really easy to get on one too. And then you're specifically just working on those tasks for an entire hour and you're like, okay, boom, I just got so much done. But I want to talk a little bit about goal planning too. I love to goal plan. It's like my thing. I used to hate it because I didn't understand it. I would shoot for these crazy big goals and not, I'm gonna have to stand up and not reach them. And it would be, kind of frustrating, but you have to start somewhere and just be okay with the fact that you're going to be a beginner, at something, and you're going to learn as you go. Like, okay, maybe I overshot, or maybe I just didn't put the work in. I think that's the most awesome yet hardest days of the month are the last day of the month and the first day of the month, because those are the times that I have to look myself in the mirror and be like, did you do everything in your power to get to where you wanted to be? And if you didn't, what do you have to do next month? You know what I mean? And I love to just break down my goal into bite-sized pieces. So I know where I landed this month. I know where I want to be next month. What do I have to do? Do I have to, go VIP 1,600, on that first couple of weeks, and, the second half of the month? What do I have to do to make sure that I'm prepared for this CBD launch? Like, I need to start reaching out to people like crazy and getting those free customer accounts created. And a huge part of me, accomplishing my goals is really doing things that make me feel really good about me, doing my gratitude journal, doing my 100 days to brave, doing my, I like that morning power hour where I can get up before Murphy and he's not, trying to hang off my neck. And I just enjoy a hot cup of tea in the quiet and listen to like some kind of positive meditation music that makes me feel really, really good, even though it is easy to sleep in. I work from home. I can do whatever I want. But when I do whatever I want, I don't accomplish what I want. So I have to like set those goals for myself and say, okay, 4 power hours a week, and keep that promise to myself, because you build that confidence. Like that Rachel Hollis thing, you build confidence in yourself when you start keeping those promises to yourself. Like, I'm going to do this. And you just feel so good. And when you're feeling good about yourself, you attract more good to you too. So it was my goal in the month of March to try to show up every day as the best version of myself. I think I did pretty good. Probably not every day, but we can't all be perfect. But I just would say, when you're goal planning, break that down week by week or day by day. You can take, if you want to go 4K and divide that volume by 30 days, give yourself some grace, because you're going to have those auto ships on the 5th, 15th, and 25th that are going to kind of, balance that out. You can go in and look at those reports, see what's budgeted for the month, know that they're not all going to run. People may pause or edit or cancel, and that's okay. But it gives you a little bit of a cushion towards your goals, and just say, like, what am I going to do this week? Like, no matter what, I'm signing a new promoter. No matter what, I'm going to log into my cloud every day and dig down into my VIP reports. What do you have to do every day to show up for your business so that you can continue to grow? And I love talking about goal planning. I could talk about this for an hour, but I just think just start somewhere. What do you need to do in your personal life and in your business to feel good about you and continue to grow?
Can we get a mic drop on that? You guys will see tomorrow, and I'm sure Stacy will be the one, if not Jerica, posting post your goals below. When you guys see that, encourage your team to do that as well. When you are posting your goals kind of out loud, even though it's in a private Facebook group, there's an element to that kind of holds yourself accountable a little bit. Don't you agree, Stace? Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of that for sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have my goals where I can see them all the time. I look every single day at my planner. My planner's never closed. It's always laying open, like somewhere on the floor with all my personal development. Like that stuff doesn't get put away because that is every single day of my life. You know what I mean? So I always have it there in front of me. And, I forget what the percentages or whatever, but there's something out there that says like you have a goal in your mind, writing it down, you have so much more of a chance of achieving those goals. But sharing it also with someone else, it ups it even more, and you have like, we're never going to say, oh my gosh, you like goal set for 4K and you didn't get it. Like no one's ever going to say that. We just want to support you and help you and be there to be like, hey, what can I do to help you get to where you want to be? And I feel like too, there's no goal that's too big and there's no goal that's too small. It's okay if you just want to thrive for free. We're not going to, say like, oh, you should step it up. We just want to support you in the way that you want to be supported and be able to help you. So I goal plan for weekly Wednesday night meetings. I goal plan for Sunday night meetings because those kind of things are super important to me. And I'll just say, this is not my first business, but I decided when I was going to commit to this, like this is the time that I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to treat my business like a business. And I know now that that consistency has led me to where I'm at. If I step away from my business for a couple days, I don't know how to jump back in. So I just don't.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Even if it's something little, even if it's just logging into my cloud,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think there's a big element to that too. Like, and here's the other side of that. I always, try to play that devil's advocate and say, you know what, it's never too late to come back in either. But, just staying consistent and like Stacy said, just logging in or touching base with your sponsor or, popping into Thrive Life once in a while or checking in on your group chat, just staying connected a little bit will help that ease of jumping back in with 2 feet a lot easier because life happens, stuff comes up and you're never going to hear us say, gosh, shame on you or, reprimanded or anything. We're here for you. We love on you no matter where you stand and what your goals are. We just want to help you get to those goals, no matter how big or small they are. We want to help you every step of the way with that for sure. Anything else you want to add with that before we hop off tonight?
I don't think so. I'm just super excited about April and to see what all this CBD line is and to go to conference. And I just feel like there's so much momentum and snowballing happening in the month of March. Like I'm just super excited for everybody and to see everyone smash their goals in April because I think people are going to accomplish their goals and then some and really surprise the heck out of themselves because this is the time of year that it just starts going like crazy.
It really is.
I'm excited for that.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't agree more because, we always joke like we're here in Michigan, which I see most of your faces and most of you are here in Michigan or Indiana. And it's so crazy. We're still frozen. Once we start to like unthaw is when you see that crazy momentum happen in your business. And especially with people getting outside and getting active and thinking about being more health conscious, right? And with this CBD line that's coming in approximately 27 days or so, it is going to be huge because this is going to be something that is going to touch every single person with skin. Okay. We don't know all the details. We're just trying to put the puzzle pieces together, but this is going to be huge. And one thing I would recommend to you guys, just like Stacy said earlier, go after those free accounts, have conversations with people and just say, look, I don't know what's coming, but if you're interested in anti-aging, looking younger or feeling better, you're going to want to watch what happens. And you're going to want your free backstage pass and be the first one to know, right? And they're going to be like, yeah, because who doesn't want one of those 3 things, right? To look younger, feel better, have more energy, any of those things, anti-aging, right? So you just keep it simple and say, I don't know what's happening, but I want you to be one of the first to know. Register for a link. That's it, you guys. It's so simple, but the company is going to continue to drip on them and continue to drop those teasers and stuff. And, huge congratulations to you guys. I've been seeing people post like their volumes lately, like their total volume since they've been in the business. And I've never even looked at that really until today. And I was in the car and you guys, we're over $3.5 million in sales as a team since we've gotten started about 19 months ago. $3.5 million, you guys, and we're still a baby team. We have 730 people in Thrive Life. If that doesn't tell you how stinking little we are and how much growth opportunity is really there for us to claim. And so I just want to say kudos to each and every one of you. We haven't even gotten started yet. Right now is the time, with the right company, the right products, the right compensation plan, and the right group of people to surround yourself with. So I just want to say a huge congrats to you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm going to go ahead and hop off, let you guys finish out the month strong. We are at 9:45, so we have a couple of hours yet. If you guys need my assistance, or your team does, or any of the leaders, we will be up until midnight. So just let us know, okay? All right. Love you guys big. And let's finish this month strong and start off April with